Randall Hughes with GodGlorified.com, and we're commenting on March the 24th's Bible reading from Deuteronomy 32, verse 19 through the end of 32, with just a few verses, Numbers 27, 12 through 14, and then completing Deuteronomy 33. And so in this reading, we read once again Moses' song, the completion of Moses' song that he started in yesterday's reading, in which he was talking about the blessing and the curse and comparing who is like the God of Israel, and there is none like our God. And he was elevating Joshua, or Hoshea, as it is spelled in verse 44 of chapter 32. And there was various blessings and cursings that we see, and how it was seeming in this passage, much of what we read today, it was more the cursing and the way that God would work against Israel if they turned against him. And it mentioned the fact that God was calling Moses up to be gathered unto his people, just like Aaron was. And it was because that he did not sanctify Yahweh before the people when God asked him to speak to the rock. And he smote it a second time and distorted a type of Christ who was only to be smitten once. And so some feel like that is a significant thing that took place, and that we want to be very careful with the types of Christ. And of course, that's one of the ways we are, is as a husband and wife, as it are types of Christ in the church. And so we don't want to distort something that is a type of God, a type of Christ. And so then in chapter 33, we began to read of the blessings that God gave to the various children of Israel through Moses, that Moses gave, and how he blessed. Tremendous blessing was given to Joseph, very incredible blessing there. And that was probably one of the ones that I thought was the most spectacular, if I could say it that, of the blessings. And Asher's wasn't necessarily too bad. I'm not sure what about the dipping his foot in oil, all that meant, his shoes being iron and brass, and the strength that he would have, and that he came with 10,000s of saints, is a partial quote of words that are believed to be quoted from Enoch, in the book of Enoch, that is quoted by Jude in the book of Jude in the New Testament, and that the Lord will come with 10,000 of his saints. And so it's kind of interesting that that verse is found here in our reading. It's actually the second verse, I believe, of chapter 33, where we would have read that. And so, at any rate, he said that we're happy with God as our God, and there is none like unto the God of Jeshurun, a word for Israel, another word, who rideth upon the heavens. And I'm looking, there was one other thing that I thought I recalled seeing. That was a declaration of God and his oneness. I thought it said God alone who is like our God. And I'm not pulling it out. We read it. I'm pretty sure we read those words in today's reading. But it is not jumping out at me. But verse 39 of chapter 32 is a oneness verse. He says, "See now that I, even I, am he, and there is no God with me. I kill and I make alive. I wound and I heal. Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand." Pardon me. "For I lift up my hand to heaven and say, I live forever." And I thought there was another passage. Pardon me. My sinuses. That I was hoping I could pull there, but I'm not seeing it. And so, at any rate, that is pretty much the conclusion of our comments on today's reading. None like our God, the eternal God. He's our refuge. Underneath are his everlasting arms, which is, there's a song that been sung many times, underneath are his everlasting arms. And so thankful to know that we have his support when we walk with him. And so the challenge is for us to make sure that we're walking with him, that we're obeying his judgments, his commandments, his statutes, and striving to live in a manner that pleases him and gives him glory. And that causes us to be blessed as we bless him. And so just wanted to bless you with that and pray that you have a great day on March the 24th. In Jesus' name, bless you.